Reboots and remakes are a thing of today. And right now we have another one. Don't Tell Mom the Babysitter's Dead, the remake. It's time to talk about it. Let's go. What's going on, everyone? Welcome to Klepcx FM, brought to you by wearecritics.com, a place where we talk about movies, television, and pop culture. And if you're into that kind of thing, make sure you hit that subscribe key and that notification bell so y'all can be up to speed about everything that I talk about here. Now, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I'm here to talk about a new film that's rolled out, brought to us by BET Studios or Entertainment. I'm not sure what their marker is, but I know it's BET. It's brought to us by BET Plus. When this trailer first rolled out, I was on the fence. I rolled my eyes a little bit, but then I kind of stepped back and I took a look and I said, you know what? When I was growing up, I loved the original. I loved this movie. Don't Tell Mom the Babysitter's Dead, which originally starred Christina Applegate and Joanna Cassidy, was like a big deal for my age group anyways at that time. It didn't do well. It wasn't received well with critics, but the audience for the most part really enjoyed this movie and it stuck with us. It was one of those movies that we grew to love even then and even now in our adulthood. Now, so they have remade this movie, brought in a new screenwriter for this, and a new director, a first-time feature film director, at that, by the name of Wade Elaine Marcus, and the writer of this, I believe his name is Chuck Hayward. I don't want to butcher the names, but Chuck Hayward. Before I talk about what I think about this movie, let me tell you, for those of you living under a rock who don't know that this is a remake, I've never even heard of it, let's talk about what it is. So, Don't Tell Mom the Babysitter's Dead. It stars Simone Joy Jones, who plays the main character. I believe her name is Tanya. Her mother, played by Patricia Williams, Miss Pat, for those of you who know that name. She's in this. I don't know how I forgot she was in this, but she's in it. Mom needs to go away on a little retreat. Simone, her character, she has big summertime plans. It's summertime, and she has plans with her friends to go on a little trip that Mom's fitting the bill for, believe it or not. And it doesn't go well because Mom needs to go away, and she misses out and has to stay home with her younger siblings, her three younger siblings. Excuse me. Unbeknownst to Simone's character, Mom, Miss Pat, she gets a babysitter, an old lady who comes in, seems all sweet, and that she's on top of everything. She's going to take care of everything. But as soon as Mom leaves, turns into this tyrant, just like the original, folks. Things go haywire, and the kids wake up the next morning, and the babysitter has died. She has passed away, and instead of phoning the police or calling Mom to come back, they're remembering Mom's on a retreat. That's it's something that's supposed to be dear to her health. She needs a break. She needs to relax. So the kids take it upon themselves to kind of raise themselves through the summer. Simone's character goes out and gets a job to take care of her younger siblings, but of course, things don't go exactly the way they're supposed to go, and lies are being told, etc. Don't Tell Mom the Babysitter's Dead, the remake. I don't want to tell anyone about this movie. I'm going to be completely honest. Listen, hear me out when I say this, because I might get a little deep, and I don't want to get deep because this is just about me reviewing this film and giving you my experience about films that I watch and what I think your experience may or may not be, because we are different people and we have different opinions on things. We are so much more than this. When I say we, I'm talking about my people, black people. We are so much more than what is portrayed on certain screens and certain things. So when I watch this film, I'm a little disappointed at the fact that, the character build-up, the character development in the very beginning of this movie, the kids and the family dynamic, and telling us everything about everybody that we need to know before it actually gets to the meat of the story that you will all be familiar with if you've seen the original, is a little jarring and very uncomfortable. They go out of their way to make sure that that this is a black version of this movie. And when I say by that is like stereotypes are thrown all over the screen. And it kind of comes off as a little uncomfortable and just kind of shoved in my face, because when I say we are more than this, it's like we're not all going to relate to this. This may primarily work well in certain demographics, or maybe work well in certain places where people can relate to this kind of behavior and these kind of things. But yeah, for the most part, it got a little uncomfortable, but I understood the message. I knew what they were trying to do. They were trying to set the tone to let us know that this is not the original movie, and these are black kids dealing with the similarities of the things that go on in the first film. So that, we'll put that aside. After all of that character building and that awkwardness, it pretty much gets on track to what the original was. I From the middle on, kind of, I relaxed, I got comfortable, I enjoyed the journey, I enjoyed the storytelling, I enjoyed some of the tweaks that they added on certain characters, like the relationship between the main character, the girl, and the love interest that she meets along the way. I love Nicole Richie. I'm not gonna lie, she plays the Sue Ellen, not Sue, I'm sorry, she plays the Rose character in this movie, the hotshot fashion mogul, and she does a really cool job. She really kind of grounds this thing, and she's funny. She's not too much. She just really owns that role, and it works really well. I didn't really even know she was that great of an actress, but she really delivers well. Simone Joy, for the most part, I know her from Bel Air. I'm used to seeing her play the Lisa character in Bel Air. So seeing her kind of take the forefront in this movie, for me, was comfortable. She's good. She's great at what she does, and she plays really well as the character in this movie. So seeing her with Nicole Richie in that setting and the fashion world and all that storyline was really, really cool. I like all the stuff that's just pretty much a carbon copy of the original, because at the end of the day, that's why I came out to watch the movie. I wanted to feel that magic all over again. And speaking of that magic, it's jarring as some of the content in this movie is in the beginning, and the setting up of the movie. I really love the ending. I feel like the ending of this one is a lot more satisfying than the ending in the original. But at the end of the day, there wouldn't be a remake without the original. So I give it its props for that, because I feel like, I like the way they wrapped it up, because it's more now than what the saying, them just not doing, instead of them just kind of just copying what the original was, they kind of made it its own thing that fits the narrative of the story that they were trying to tell. I really enjoyed that. So in that sense, yeah, I really liked it. So what I'm going to say here, I don't highly recommend this movie. It is a remake that just definitely never needed to be made. It has some really cool high moments. It's not preachy. It's not woke. Well, there's update moments in this thing where you may feel that there's some preachiness or some agendas being thrown at you, but it'll happen and you'll just move on. They do poke fun at a lot of the nostalgia stuff that we remember from the original movie. I'm not gonna spoil it and say what catchphrases or things you may not remember, but they're all there. And there are some cool cameos from original cast members. I will tell you that. Don't Tell Mom the Babysitter's Dead is in select theaters or everywhere. You can go see that movie right now, ladies and gentlemen. And I want to know what you guys think about this. If you even knew it was happening, let me know if it was on your radar or not. Did the trailers even pique your interest? Like, comment, share. Make sure you subscribe. And for more movie news, television news, and pop culture, check out wearecritics.com. And I will talk to you all later. Peace.